Friends, we have been hearing, especially in the Western media, that why India is buying oil from Russia, and there has been a lot of allegation actually with that regard that because India is buying Russian oil and gas, it is actually fueling the war in Ukraine. But our foreign minister has already clarified several times that the amount of fuel that India needs is only 1% coming from Russia. So, in today's live stream, let us understand why Russia will continue to sell uh, oil and gas product to India at a discounted price. So, that is the topic of our discussion today, because we know that India will buy only if there is a outstanding discount being offered by Russia to India, and that is how you can actually control your forex situation. So I think that is where the whole crux of the economic sense lies here. So let us analyze this. First of all, why India is a key buyer for Russia? Well, India is a key buyer for all oil producing countries, because India, although is very rich in metals and other minerals, because India is a large country, and recently the huge lithium reserve have been found in the northern state of Jammu and Kashmir. However, India does not have oil. India has some amount of gas. However, India does not have fuels like petroleum and all that. And being a large country with huge population, India needs to import this from other oil producing countries. And therefore, India needs to buy oil. Now, if you look at the global economy, nearly 60 to 65% of the global economy is run by oil today. So India, being a large country, will have huge requirement, and if the global economy also is being driven by petroleum trade, then India becomes one of the major buyer globally, and India will continue to buy oil, and especially if it is coming at a discount, because the amount or the volume that India buys in terms of petroleum crude oil, it is huge. So therefore, if Russia is offering discount, why not take the discount and utilize it for our own good? That is where the crux of the whole situation is. Now let us understand why Russia will offer India a very deep discount, even though India is only buying 1%. I mean, the Russian oil contribute to only 1% of what India needs at this point in time, but in future it can go up as well. However, why Russia is offering discount to India? Well, I think Russia is looking at India as a very big market for not only petroleum, but also other products that in future or current Russian industry is producing, because India is a very big, one of the biggest market globally today. If somebody has to sell their product, where they will go today? Will they go to America? Of course, America is also a very big market, but Indian market is almost 3 to 4 times bigger than American market. And will they go to China? Not at all, because Chinese government does not allow friendly term to foreign manufacturers. Rather, they believe in producing, sort of making copies of whatever is being produced, and then make a mass production of that particular item in bulk, spoiling the global market for that. So where, if somebody has to sell the product, where they will go? They will have to come to India, because India is a very big consumer market with friendly terms, with English speaking population. Nearly 99% people know English, they speak English, they communicate in English. So almost the entire population of India speaks English, which is a global language. Very friendly terms. You can actually start your business, and rule of law and democratic setup. And therefore, Russia is not a foolish country. They are offering long term, they are offering discount because of maintaining long term relationship with this huge market known as India. Now let's look at the Russian crude oil importers. Well, China is very similar to India in terms of oil or petroleum requirement, because while China controls the global supply chain, they are also very rich in metals and minerals. They supply the rare earth element to rest of the world, and they do not have petroleum, just like India. Very similar situation China also has. So therefore, China is also a very big importer from Russia. In fact, China being today the largest importer of petroleum product from Russia alone. And they need oil. They need oil. In fact, they are expanding, and they are actually building road and belt initiative globally just to have control on this petroleum trade. And as I told you, that the petroleum trade drives nearly 65% of the global economy. So obviously China is looking at that, and they are also buying the Russian oil and gas to suffice their requirement. So China is definitely the biggest importer of Russian crude oil. It's not India. But needless to point out that India need is growing, and who knows, India may become a major market for Russian products. And Moscow is also looking at other bilateral relationship where they can grow their relationship, business relationship, beyond the petroleum products and gas, and look at other production, because remember, Russia has a big industry which is based in the eastern side of the country. They produce a lot of wheat, and they also have manufacturing of heavy equipment, etc. So India can be a market not only for petroleum, not only for defense, but also for other products which Russia produces. So Russia is then looking at a long-term relationship with India, because they are looking at India as a big market. And remember, friends, unlike China, and if you compare the Russia and India versus Russia and China relationship, in case of China, Russia is an investor in local companies. Whereas in case of India, wherever there are companies being set up in India, these are always joint venture in India. So the relationship between Russia and India is far, far deeper than the relationship between China and Russia. And even though the pipeline will cost more money, the distances are huge as compared to the European market, still Russia is looking at India as a very keen ally and future marketplace. And in terms of relationship with India, the the deal that the Indian government has struck with Russia is that uh, the oil is getting delivered to Indian petroleum uh, companies by whatever means, by pipeline or by shipping, Russian shipping, etc., which actually means that the Indian companies will pay on delivery basis. That means if the petroleum is delivered, they start making the payment, and therefore they will not handle shipping and insurance. So even though you look at the per barrel price that being offered to India, the price is quite low. And in addition to that, there are further savings if you buy, especially if you are an Indian company, you're buying petroleum product from Russia, you will actually don't you will not be incurring any expense in shipping and insurance, etc., etc. You get delivered, you will get the delivery, and then you start making the payment. So the discount is one saving, but also the expenses associated with business is another one. So I think there is more benefit here. Whereas if you compare the same situation with China, China is using its own shipping companies to ferry the crude oil and gas from Russia. So it is the responsibility of China to get the fuel into their country, unlike India, where the Indian companies are being shipped and they pay on delivery. So I think the deal is much deeper than just simply offering discount. So that is why it is it's a very long term relationship. It is a much deeper relationship. It is based on joint ventures, equal partnership on the ground. It's not on paper, it's actually on the ground. That is why Russia is going to offer a huge discount to India now as well as in future. Even if the war between Russia and Ukraine stop, this discount is likely to continue. And more or less, the discount will be lesser by $10 to $12 per barrel as compared to the market price, prevailing market price. So this is a understanding. This is not a piece of document. That is the understanding. In order to maintain the long-term relationship, if India buy the petroleum product from Russia, India will always get discounted price as compared to the market price. So if the market price is say $100, India will get it for less than $90 always. So if you look at the amount of petroleum required here, the volume is huge, and therefore $10 saving per barrel is a huge sum of money that India can save in the foreign exchange. Oh, I think the both countries tend to benefit. Russia will get a huge market. India will get discounted petroleum. I think it's win-win for all. So this is what my assessment of this question today, that why Russia is offering discount to India. I think this is my view, but I would like to know yours. So feel free to send in your comments, and I will catch you again in the next one. Till then, keep selling, keep rocking, and have a nice day. Bye bye.